Hey everybody, welcome back for another sublimation tutorial. Are you getting frustrated trying to figure out what the best printer options are for your sublimation settings? I'm going to go ahead and test those out for you today. We're going to start with the regular fast settings. Nothing's been done to the printer settings with this one. The ICC that you can download with your printer from their website. The Facebook recommended settings, the picture that everybody posts around with all the different settings on it. We're going to try that out today. And then the printer settings that I have for my projects, just to show you what I like to use and what works for me. With the presentation matte, fast speed off, saturation at 15, density at 4. I'm going to try these 4 methods for you so that you can see what the best option is going to be. I have my heat press here. It's at 400 degrees for 30 seconds, but we're going to do it twice at 60 seconds. I do have just a Wonder Nation tank top from Walmart just for testing purposes. That's what I like to test my my sublimations on, my colors. And it's a 60% cotton, 40% polyester. So better results the more polyester you have in it. But again, just for testing purposes, this is what I like to use. So we're gonna go ahead and start first with the regular fast setting, and then we'll move on to the other settings. So also, I like to use the Hippoo Ink is what I use. And then the printer paper that I use is the sublimation paper from Sawgrass. Even though I have an Epson printer, it works really well with it. So again, we'll start with the regular fast. We'll flip that on over. Put your parchment paper over. I don't necessarily tape all the time, but if it's a project that you really want to make sure it's a perfect set, do tape it with heat resistant tape prior to setting. Okay, so we'll press. You want good, even pressure. All right, so that's done. We'll go ahead and take that off. Remove your parchment paper and remove your image. Be careful, it is hot. And that's going to be your regular fast print. I did just realize the writing is going to be backwards. My apologies. But it is the regular fast there. This is the result that you get with not changing your settings and just leaving it the way it came, packaged, unboxed, no changes. We'll move on to the Epson ICC. This is the one you download from the website. So we'll go with this one next. And again, same thing, parchment paper over, 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Okie dokie, so we'll take that off, remove our parchment paper, and lift our images. And that is the Epson ICC print. And so you can see that the color is more vibrant than if you did nothing at all. You do get more color in there, a little bit more definition with the darkness, whereas this is kind of faded out. You can't see the definition of it as well. And even the black is darker. So we'll move along to the Facebook recommended, the image that people share with all those different settings on it. Don't forget your parchment paper. Okie dokie. And again, Facebook recommended settings on this one. Facebook recommended settings. So you can see we're getting darker. That's awesome. So regular settings between the 3, probably not the best fit for sublimation as it gets really light colors, unless that's what you're going for. Then that's awesome. The Epson ICC, it's better, but the recommended by Facebook is better than the Epson ICC settings. So far, Facebook recommended, definitely the better of the 3 here. We'll go ahead and move along to the last one, which is the one that I like to use. Again, it's the presentation matte, fast speed off, saturation 15, density 4. That's all I change most of the time. I'm gonna put this one sideways just because it's a little bit longer. Parchment paper on over it. All right, this is our final test. We'll take that off. Make sure you turn off your heat press. Remove that. All right, and there is the one that I use. It's pretty close to the Facebook recommended. Obviously, both these options are definitely going to be better than the first two. A lot of color saturated into these two designs, which is really awesome, which means you're going to get a really good result whichever one you use. The one thing I did want to show, if you can see here, I'll bring it up closer so that you can see it. Between these two images, the Facebook recommended in the yellows, if you can see that, it kind of blends in. You can't see too much definition in the petals. It kind of just one tone yellow in there. Whereas on the one that I use, I've noticed I get more definition with that, where you can see that the petals of the yellow, you can see the definition and actually see all of the petals in there. So with that, that's why I like to use my presets with the saturation at 15, density at 4, high speed off. But both options are really, really great. Just depending on the project that you're needing, the time that you need. I just wanted to go through that and show you what the settings create and what results you're gonna get. If this video helped you, please boop that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share for others so they can get helped as well. Have a wonderful day and happy crafting.